How's it going? I'm putting this at the front of my partner video, my partner bow saw video, because one, I've positively identified the saw. I'm a dummy, and it's not an F55, it's an R16. I know that for a fact. Um, I just had it twisted in my head because the F55 was kind of the first thing that first design in the 55cc range that spawned like the R17 or R16, 17, all those, and then turned into the S55, which is the semi-pro version. But anyway, and at the end of the video, I ask about parts, but I've already ordered uh, a new clutch cover and a new recoil. So those are on their way right now. I don't know what other pieces I'm gonna need, so I still never hurts to know where you can get parts from. So if you have places that you can find parts like that for, go ahead and let me know. But I mean, the first step's down. I'm gonna get it back together with a good clutch cover and recoil and start messing with it, rebuild the carburetor, new fuel lines and whatnot, and we'll see if it runs. But hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you. How's it going, everybody? Well, I just got back from picking this saw up. As you can see, it's a partner, and it's got a bow saw attachment on it, which these are really awesome. These bow attachments, they don't make them anymore because they were outlawed to be used for commercial purposes because of the OSHA and how bad they were about kicking back. But I live in the South, so I see a fair amount of them. But I went and picked this one up. It was pretty cheap, and I'm about to kind of dig into it a little bit, see what kind of issues we have, and what's going to need to be fixed. So I'm just gonna carry you with me while I do this instead of doing it on my own, because I thought maybe some people might be interested in that kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see what kind of feedback we get. The clutch side is messed up pretty bad, as far as how bad it's worn out. I know a couple people who could repaint it for me, or might be willing to repaint it for me. So I might have that repainted, just because I would like for it to have some paint on it. I mean, I like saws to be worn a little bit, but I also really like saws to have most of their paint on them, because I like looking at the color. Looks like we got a T27 here. Or no, that's going to be a T25. Yeah, that's a T27. I got a T25 around here somewhere. There's one right there. That's stripped out. It's either stripped or the wrong bolt. Probably stripped. Let's see if this one's stripped. No, that one's not stripped. So that's good. That's the wrong, this one is the wrong one. Someone put the wrong bolt in there. Yep. So I'm gonna have to figure out what size this is. This one here. And I'm just gonna chunk this one to keep from using it again. Well, in hindsight, I probably could keep it to maybe use in something else, but. And I also have this, I bought these little bags. So as I take stuff apart, I just throw them in here and label it, so that way I know what's going on. Take the top cover off here. See what's going on under here. I know, you think my screwdriver is big enough? I think it could be a little bigger, honestly. I don't think it's quite big enough. Okay. Here we go. Alright. All the flocking is gone on the air filter, so need a new one of those for sure. This is in decent shape though. You can see that. Let's see what she looks like under all this grime here. And don't ask me what this is because I don't know. I got it from my dad. It's just a degreaser that some guy was selling, kind of like a door-to-door thing. He was out working, and a guy walked up trying to sell him something, and he was just kind of like not interested, and the guy walked up and sprayed some of this stuff on the side of his tractor where all the hydraulic oil had been leaking out, and it was really dirty, and he sprayed it on there and took a rag and basically just wiped it all away. And he saw that and he was like, sold, give me a 5-gallon bucket. So he got a 5-gallon bucket worth, and I basically took it from him. It's some kind of degreaser that works really well. As you can see, whoever had this saw, I mean, they didn't take super good care of it, but they definitely took pretty good care of the top cover, because top cover looks pretty good. Set that out of the way. Go ahead and get this this thing here on. I have a feeling that this coarse threaded screw isn't the right one. But you know what? It works. It tightens down, so I like to have the correct hardware, but you know, having to retap these holes and put inserts and all that kind of stuff in there may just be more than I want to mess with. Okay, for some reason there's a nail in here. I'm assuming it has something to do with the was just going to be able to cut that off, but there it goes. Not sure what's going on down in here. I've never been inside of a partner recoil. Now, some of you may recognize what model this is, and a lot of you probably don't. Ow. This is a partner. Interesting, I didn't know they had plastic fuel tanks. This is a partner based on the clutch cover here. I'm thinking it may be, if this is original, an F55. It's a little 50cc, 55cc saw. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's old Briggs and Stratton handle there. Alright, so this is kaput. I'm gonna have to look at some IPLs and stuff and see what kind of, she's missing a fin on the flywheel, but judging by turning it by hand, she's got plenty of compression. Okay, and this, I'm guessing there's supposed to be a kind of rivet or something in there that's gonna hang on to this recoil spring and keep it in line. So I'm just gonna roll this back up. And can probably salvage the spring instead of having to get a new one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be, that's what that nail was for. I've been a nail in there to keep this recoil spring in one spot. These things are a pain in the butt to rewind. And I'm just going to do this until I'm ready to fool with it. Rope probably needs to be replaced. That looks really old. Gonna replace the pull handle. Something's been contacting that because you can see the oh yeah, it's right there. Whenever I rebuild a recoil, I use some of this heavy duty grease, and I always put grease in here and on this side, so that way it slides. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm going to do here. Because I really don't like the way a nail looks. I would rather a screw be in there than a nail, honestly, but I don't know. We'll see. I may end up just getting a new one, or a used one, a used recoil that works. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Put these in here. You know, these old saws back in the day, man, the reason why they have just an assortment of wrong parts and stuff is because everybody done what they could to keep these things together. They didn't care, you know, if it was right or not. All they cared about was whether or not the thing ran. So you get lots of wrong parts everywhere. Pulling this filter off. Let's see if I can't peek in at the cylinder, because all the flocking is gone. So that means it's been ingesting stuff. Well, all the flocking is gone, but the screen is still there. So you got the flocking. It's gone. But if you look, you can still see the screen, the fine screen. can't see anything, honestly. So, what I'm going to do is pull the muffler and see what kind of shape the piston is in from this side. Hopefully still good. See some light carbon scoring. Looks like it was run pretty rich. Oh, she still has a ton of compression though. That's good. It looks like carbon buildup along the exhaust outlet has kind of scratched the piston, but I still see machine marks, so she's definitely salvageable for sure. Chain shot needs to be replaced. Good thing is we still got this guard, which looks like half of it was sawed off. All of the fuel lines like glass, that'll need to be replaced. It's got an old Tillotson carburetor. HS117B. I love those Tillotson carburetors so much more so than Walbro. I don't know why. I've just had more luck out of the Walbro than the Tillotsons. I mean the Tillotsons than the Walbro, I'm sorry. Fuel tank on these are on the opposite side. And it's got some nasty looking stuff down there. But for the most part, where's that vent go? Oh, right there. I don't think she'll be very hard to put back together. Let's see. It's got a hole right there. Looks like the chain may have come off and caught it. Let's see what the under the clutch looks like. It's all coming apart. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. What you reckon that's on there for? It's not like it goes down in there. Maybe so the guy could spin it with his fingers and tighten it up? I don't know, man. But this is one nasty saw. Oops. Oh. I'll get it cleaned up though. She'll look, whoops. She'll look good again. Maybe that's why. He's got the wrong one in here. Yeah, that's why. He's got the wrong adjuster. It sticks out too far. So I'll have to get a better one of those. Shouldn't be too bad. The reason these are so special and I can't just get another one of these is because with these bow saws, this is prefab from the factory here. This notch that allows the bow to come up through the clutch cover. Yeah, there's the fuel tank vent. Choke. Kill switch. Throttle lock. Well, looks like I got a decent amount of work to do here. I got some parts I got to source, so if any of you are familiar with partners and where to get parts at, you can leave me a comment, help me out. I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to getting this thing running and y'all getting to see it cut. Y'all have a good one.